Trust is of the people and for the people.
A fantastic community-based organisation.
Helping people stay in the village.
Network, strings, fishing net.
Inclusivity.
Kindness.
Opportunity.
Community-driven.
Go-getting.
Good vibrations.
Groundbreaking.
Spot on.
Just amazing.
We start somewhere, we open a door and we invite people in.
The Peninsula Trust is a community benefit society which was set up and put in place for the people of the Rame Peninsula. We aim to provide community services and also to the answer to the needs of people in the community. The Rame Centre exists to provide the following services: the Cornwall Micro Library, a credit union, a computer centre. We also run a memory cafe. All of those services are run by our volunteers who are invaluable and have been since the beginning.
It's a great place to come and do things and just be a part of.
Anyone comes with any problem, they just walk through this door and then, oh, can you help me?
I see what this place does as a hub as so important.
We also then work in conjunction with other services. There is Plus, so if you're looking for a job, Heather can help you.
I came in to volunteer as an IT technician and that sort of thing. Working voluntary, they helped me succeed in getting a route back to employment. There's been other projects within the Rame Centre, like Job Club, that have also helped me get back to working lifestyle, so they've been really useful.
Out of the Rame Centre, there's also the post office, which we helped to get set up when our post office shut down in the village.
A store down the road that had the post office and they closed down, and basically there wouldn't be a post office here at all. Quite often it's people coming in to get their pensions, small business owners coming in posting a lot of their things as well. Other than Christmas, we see between 40 and 70 people a day.
We were funded to produce these amazing work units, so all 6 are fully let. We have some wonderful new businesses coming into the peninsula which can only help the other businesses in the peninsula.
Cafe Abundance is a project that intercepts food that would otherwise be wasted, and we turn it into meals that we serve in pop-up cafes. It's brilliant renting unit from the Peninsula Trust because we know that they're on board with getting community things happening. The rent is affordable, and to know that we're part of the community and in a way owned by the community is great.
Being the Trust, we get a lot of people come to us and say, you know, I don't have anywhere to live. We've helped to respond to that need. We have 2 flats above the Rame Centre. We try to also assist those tenants, trying to make sure that they're paying their bills. They've been fully tenanted pretty much since we opened them.
The Peninsula Trust was to help local people, support them with cheap housing basically, so that there was somewhere for young people to go, like me, who had to move to Plymouth first. And then and came back and there was actually somewhere available. They bought the properties and they rented them out and they're brilliant. They've helped me with the rent situation, they've helped me sort out benefits. They let you use their facilities. Go to their office and use their phone and their computers and stuff if you're phoning like the job centre. I couldn't have got by without them, they've been absolutely amazing.
We are starting to build up a portfolio of houses to be rented, but again, that money is reinvested back into the community. We're not private landlords, we're not making money out of that. We are affordable renting to people who perhaps cannot afford at the moment to do so.
Peninsula Trust, it's inspiring. It's only been in existence for about 5 years, and the impact it's had on the whole peninsula is amazing. So many people are affected, not necessarily directly. Cornwall's quite isolated, wages are very low. Housing costs are really high. The only way we can help is to help now, is to help ourselves.
We started collecting from the food bank in 2014 when the Rame Centre first opened. Over the last 4 years we've collected over 2 tonnes of food in Millbrook, and sadly in a way that 2 tonnes of food has been given out on the Rame Peninsula.
In the first year of operation, we got the chance to buy the property in West Street that's now the Rame Centre. Literally the first thing we did, with the owner's permission, was open that door into a derelict space and ask the community, come in, look around, what do you think we should do here? The work we did in that centre came straight from what people wanted to see in that village. We bought the building with loans, with community money in investments. We made it safe, we've repaired it, we've extended it. There's our model. It's secure long term because the rents from people who want accommodation and people who want the workspace pay the whole cost of that building. Now we pick up that model and we take it to the next site. The old ship, we're doing something very important there. removing a derelict site, providing accommodation, providing a community centre. The community support has been totally incredible. It'll bring people together.
Kingston and Cornwall. It has got very popular for people to buy holiday homes, and that has driven the cost of housing very high. Lots of young people who would like to stay in the villages have had to move further and further away to be able to afford their own rented housing, let alone to buy somewhere. In the winter, the village can be very quiet and very empty because so many of the houses aren't lived in all year round anymore.
Young people are key to what we're doing. We've got terrific support from the younger community.
I grew up in the village with a lot of my friends, and having the Peninsula Trust and projects that they've got going on is amazing to offer the opportunity to keep people in the village, to give something for people to be a part of when they move back, and opportunity to actually be able to live where they're growing up, which is amazing because it's so hard to find places around here.
Youngsters ultimately are the lifeblood of the village and the future of the village. You can't have a community without young people in it. Well, the Peninsula Trust, I think, are a start to actually bring some of the life back into the village.
Housing is the key. People can get jobs in another town. If they don't live here, if they don't bring their kids up here, if they don't buy stuff from the shops here, the community, the built community, disappears over time. The cottages behind me is probably the most important thing we've done. If we can make this work, we're opening 3 more doors to real, beautiful, long-term, secure housing at rents people can afford, with the support of Cornwall Council.
Cornwall Council and the Peninsula Trust here have been working with the community to make sure that we provide affordable housing for local people. This is a scheme where we're actually regenerating and reusing the housing stock that's already here for the best use for the local community. It really shows what can be achieved, and I hope that this is a blueprint that can be repeated across the whole of Cornwall.
Living locally, I've seen firsthand the issues around affordable housing. It'd be really nice, obviously, to have people who are currently unable to afford to live in the area to be able to stay here, to have a place of their own that they can call home and know that there's no risk for them having to move out of the area if this is where they want to stay.
The housing project will provide what people here need most. The spare money, above and beyond the repair costs, will go into our fund. It'll pay a welfare worker, it'll pay a housing manager to push the whole process forward. It all fits together. Everything works as one because we're working on a whole series of fronts that meet the needs of local people. The crucial thing that we've done is we've brought people together and we've said, shall we have a go? Everyone's pitched in, literally hundreds of people are involved, and we're all pulling together. Community consultation is what we're about. So we have the annual meetings to do the accounts, but we combine that with food and a glass of wine, and we talk about the organisation, we talk about what we're doing, we talk about why. We're open 6 days a week in the Raim Centre. People come in, they ask, they inquire, they instruct, they want stuff to happen.
The Peninsula Trust is so important moving forward into the future. It means that it can galvanise the community, and as being a peninsula, stand on their own 2 feet. And where governments and councils might be dilly-dallying around budget cuts, Peninsula Trust can actually help to move local projects forward and make the peninsula sustainable. It really is a community effort, and I'm so proud of them.